Stop wasting time. Why do I say that? Nowadays, just with all the movements in the Pokemon markets, you see massive moves in the past couple of months, and then suddenly, all of a sudden, you know, things start cooling down a bit. Pokemon starts cooling down a bit. Products drop in prices, especially Sun and Moon booster boxes, Sword and Shield booster boxes, and even single cards. They drop a lot, and then you start panicking. You feel frustrated, and then you track, your card value on a daily basis, or even more, maybe multiple times per day. You go on TCG Player, you track the value of a box. If it goes up, and if you're holding that box, maybe you're happy. Maybe you're even not happy. I don't know. Maybe you feel like, oh, you missed out. You want to buy more. Or in another situation, maybe it drops and you feel frustrated. You feel like, oh no, you just FOMO'd in at 467, and now it's just dropping. Should you sell? Should you buy? All those decisions going into your head, wasting your time, losing your productivity. You should just do away with that. Stop getting bogged down on a daily basis. Look at the long-term picture. I guess that just works for me. If you stay focused too much on the short term, you just tire yourself out. Yes, if you are buying and selling on a daily basis, maybe that's what you do and you're really good at it. Maybe, that works for you. But for the average Joe, like average collector out there, it's gonna waste too much of your time and just gonna make you very frustrated, and it's gonna make you miserable if you're gonna have to track all your products on a daily basis of what you own and just be impacted by the daily movements. That's just not healthy. I mean, if you use something like a collector app, yes, it's using a different source. It's using TCG Player, it's using eBay. Yeah, if you want to use that to track your collection. Oh, this is not my collection. I hope this was mine. No, nowhere close to this. This is just on a site. Like, if you're using something like this, then it's probably something better, because then you don't have to go and check your individual items on TCG Player. You could just use this to track it. It works out. But still, you're still impacted by the day-to-day move. You see red, you're unhappy, you want to figure out what's causing that. And yeah, it just takes away from your life. You should really focus on what makes your life more productive. And these days, as I said, if this is... just drinking a bit of water. If this is taking up too much of your time and it's making you frustrated, maybe it just means you overweighted in Pokemon at the moment. Does that sound familiar? Perhaps you need to look at what you're spending on Pokemon and reevaluate your portfolio and your strategy. Are you perhaps frustrated and miserable because if a price goes down, it means it will impact your day-to-day living expenses? If that's the case, then I think you should be worried and really consider doing proper budgeting, and you're probably overweight in Pokemon, because this is definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme or something like that. It's not like you're gonna buy a product and then magically a week or 2 weeks later you can flip it for double the price. It may have happened in the past couple of weeks, but nowadays, yeah, it's difficult to find those cases. And what you realize is, if you're still wanting to do that and you're not able to achieve that, you're stuck and you're locked in a position where your money is stuck in a product and you need to pay rent or you pay your bills, and you have to fire sell your products at 80%, 60% discount. That is not great. That is not the situation you want to be in. And if that's happening to you, you should really consider what's happening at the moment and maybe hold back, build up, cash position, emergency fund, just to make sure that at least your day-to-day expenses aren't really impacted. And yeah, that's what I would say is I would recommend right now, because right now you're looking at all of this, right? and you're thinking, what is going on in this market? You're looking at Mega Evolution, you're like, whoa, I thought it was going to be a crap set, and now it's a 4,000 box. Well, I mean, not a 4,000, a 4,000 set value set. You thought this was going to slow down Pokemon, and yet it does the opposite. So what I would suggest to you is, don't FOMO. If you missed out, you missed out. Move on. Move on with life. Trying to get in at market price on Mega Evolution booster boxes, I wouldn't say that's sensible. Rather wait for the reprints to come through and then try and get in at MSRP, or just move on to the next set. That's really the best thing you can do. Don't FOMO in at these market prices, because as soon as you get in those market prices, you will look at those prices on a daily basis, and that's just going to waste so much of your time and energy, and it's simply not worth it. So really just do that. And another strategy that you can apply is as follows. Just follow me through. Just cooking something. Oh, okay, just need some time to marinate it. Okay, so if you don't want to miss out on any set and you don't really want to waste too much time researching, what I would suggest is look at your monthly budget, see how much you can spend on Pokemon. Okay, and that should be looking at after taking away your expenses, your disposable income, and allocating a percentage to Pokemon, and then look at the sets that's going to come through. Okay, all you need to do every time a new set comes in is just do a little bit of research, not too much, just look at the set. Look at 3 things from the set. Okay, firstly, look at the theme. Is it a strong theme? For example, if there's evolutions in the set, that's a strong theme. If it's got strong Pokemons, Gengar, Charizard, Pikachu, or if it's got a mix of those, that's even a stronger theme. But if it's just got Charizard, you probably gotta look at the other cards. Okay. But if it's got all these random Pokemons, then it's probably a set it's not gonna do as well. And I have to say, Mega Evolution could have stood out from that, because it's got God of War, Venusaur, Lucario, and Kangaskhan. Arguably, they're mid Pokemons. Maybe Venusaur, because of Gen 1 Pokemon, number 6. But Lucario, God of War, it's kind of like a niche. Most people generally go for the more popular Pokemons. Okay, so you don't want to have that regret of missing out. Once you've established how much you want to spend per month, look at every single set. Look at every single set. Okay. And just think to yourself, if it's a good set, I will just put in, you know what, if it's a really good set, I'll buy a few booster boxes. Okay. If you can afford it, I would say go for 1 booster box if it's a strong, good set. Okay. If it's like a mid-week set and you don't want to miss out, and your budget allows, maybe just buy like 1 booster box, 1 or 2. Okay. And if it's a extremely strong set, you buy the booster boxes and the ETB. That's for a main set. Okay, that's for a main set. Something like Mega Evolutions. If it's a really strong set. Hindsight 2020, turns out to be a strong set. You would have been better off buying booster boxes and perhaps ETBs. And if you could get Pokemon Center ETBs, even better. But if it's a specialty set, there's no booster boxes, and it's a strong set, you try and get the ETBs. And if you can get a case of ETBs, go for a case of ETBs. And then Pokemon Center ETBs. So you just do that for each set, whatever your budget allows. Just buy a set value of ETBs or booster boxes, depending on the strength of the set, and limit it by your budget. And then that's it. That's what you do. And if a set turns out to be stronger than expected and your budget allows, then you increase your position at MSRP whenever reprints come through. Okay, and that's pretty much it. And that's the strategy I'm applying. Okay, catch you in the next one.